And so announced yesterday is the Mayuri Awakened Epic Raids. That is scheduled to be coming out on the 31st, but with that we do have the new set of bonus characters. And for those that are unaware, the reason why this is important is because if you are an Epic Raid bonus character, it means you are scheduled to come back in the following month, in this case for the month of September. So any character you see here is going to be available in a banner for you to potentially summon for. And one thing I want to point out real quick is that it's kind of funny, but Byakuya is actually a bonus character in this Epic Raid, despite him releasing last month, and it's because his individual banner starts in September, so he literally just made the cut. Either way though, on your screen is a quick layout of all the characters that should be coming back, but keep in mind, at least in the bottom two banners, the Kenpachi and Swimsuit banner, we are making a few assumptions here, which we'll talk about when we do get to it. So obviously first up, starting on the 31st, we have the end of month banner with the 3 new Quincy's and also some other past Quincy's, right? We're going to talk about the banner more so tomorrow. It's a pretty decent banner when you consider the 3 new characters, but whether you want to summon for them comes down to if you want them or need them, right? But the main banner itself is going to last around 12 or so days, and that's when Kyoge's individual is going to start. Lucky for him, his banner will be out when the mid-month banner gets announced, although I highly doubt whatever mid-month has planned, they aren't going to be better than Kyoge. But alongside Kyoge, you do have some other Aranka characters. A decent selection, to be honest. In this case, Lilynet, not like the most sought-after character, but she is actually somewhat usable and quite fun to play around with in Arena. You have SEO Kura, a pretty good Girl Quest and Arena character, and then you also have a Super Pot character with the Cacao Society version of Grimmjow. Overall, as a selection, quite solid, and again, that's going to be coming out around the 12th. A week later, we're then going to get Bambiette's individual. With that, we have characters like Abirama, Sun, and also Lisa coming back. Once more, another solid selection of characters. Abirama being somewhat new. Many people, myself included, don't have him. Really good in Guild Quests. Sun being a link shot link, but also just solid character in general, and Lisa being one of the better man characters in the game. A week after hers, so near the end of the month, we're then going to get Iban's individual, with characters like Ilfort, Yoruichi, and also Naturo. Again, solid banner, nothing super crazy, but decent enough. Now, amongst the bonus characters in the Awakened version of Mayuri, we can see that Rukia and Ichigo are scheduled to return. Now, this is most likely going to be a selection banner. That's again something they started to do last month, I believe, where they're going to have like maybe 5 characters as a selection, 1% pull rates. And from the looks of it, it looks like they're doing characters that are relevant somewhat to what's going on in the anime. So obviously we recently just had Rukia's Bankai, Renji's True Bankai, and Ichigo just showed up to do his Getsuko Jujisho in the most recent episodes. So of course with that, Caleb are probably going to do a selection banner with those 3 characters. And it's with those 3, there'll be 2 other 1000-year Blood War characters to go alongside them. Not really sure who they have planned to do that, and we won't know until the banner gets announced. It's most likely going to be easy skip, but round 3 doesn't return that often, so it is cool to see them come back. After that, we have the Spirits Are Forever With You banner. Again, for those that are unaware, we do get a novel banner every single month. In this case, it's going to be a rerun. But quickly going back to 1000-year Blood War, actually, if this is a selection banner, we're still going to probably get another 1000-year Blood War rerun banner. Because that's kind of the standard. We get a 1000-year Blood War banner, we get a novel banner, and the selections don't seem to interrupt that schedule. But having a look at Spirits Are Forever With You, in the bonus list, we did see a few of these Spirits Are Forever With You round 1 and 2 characters. So we can assume the entire banner will be back together, because I believe in the bonus list of characters we had someone like Shinsui, Jushiro, and also Don Kanoji. So if they're featured, that means they're coming back. We're most likely going to see Oryu come with them and also Yamamoto. Now the big question is, what banner will they be in? Because these characters are quite old. You know, at this point they're like 2 years old, right? Which is kind of crazy to think about. So they're old enough that they're not going to get a main headline banner, right? It's not going to be a round 1 return, or most of it shouldn't be. So with that, that means they're most likely going to be fillers alongside another set of Spirits Are Forever With You characters that are still somewhat newish, or more so not old enough where they're going to start become fillers. And as of right now, looking at the past dates of past banners, the Kenpachi lineage is the most likely banner to return. That one isn't confirmed. What is confirmed is that round 1 and 2 of Spirits Are Forever With You are going to return, but we don't know what other characters are going to headline the banner. Most likely the Kenpachis though, the last time they were here was around 3 months ago. So when it comes to the novel banner of the month, it looks like it's going to be the Kenpachis alongside 5 other Safui characters, which I think is actually kind of cool. On second thought though, it might actually end up being the Awakening summons with Roka and also Cien. The last time the Kenpachi lineage banner was here was in June, whereas the Awakening banner was last here in May. So it's more likely to be the Roka and Cien rerun than the Kenpachi rerun. Then after that, in the list of bonus characters, we did see a few swimsuit characters. So there is a potential chance, keep in mind this one is not guaranteed, is that Riraka, Brangiku, and Mila Rose are scheduled to return sometime this month, maybe late September. It might be a bit too early, so I do want to preface that. But what we do know is that they are going to come back eventually, right? The last 2 years, the swimsuit banner of June end of month returns in around October. Last year, I believe it was early October. So I wasn't really sure exactly why these characters are here. We did see a few swimsuit characters here. So if they are returning, potentially on a swimsuit rerun banner of 2023, that could potentially be the banner. This one, again, I want to emphasize is not confirmed to come back. These characters, the Isane, Momo, Retsu, for example, they are guaranteed to come back this month. We just don't know as of right now in what banner. They could get thrown into a random banner. It could be a Brave selection. It could be a Brave Fest. We're not really sure, but there is a chance they might be returning with the 2023 swimsuit banner. If not, it's happening next month. Again, they always return around October time. This year, they might be returning just a tad bit sooner. And if that's the case, that's going to be a good banner to pull on, right? Ruroka, Mila Rose, and Rangiku are really good, but at the same time, they're most likely going to be in this year's end-of-year post-selection banner, so you might even want to skip this rerun and save for that end-of-year banner instead. And then lastly, that brings us to the random assortment of characters that are too unpredictable to get put into the wrong banner. In this case, the last row characters are most likely going to get put into fillers as a mid-month banner, or again, maybe a random Brave selection banner. But my prediction right now, but I didn't want to put it in the graphic, is that we might be finally getting a Quincy Ichigo Brave Fest banner. We did see, I believe, in July that Aaroniero got a Brave Fest banner. So that, of course, means that Quincy Ichigo is bound to get a Brave Fest banner. And with Brave Fest banners, they just get random fillers, sometimes good ones. And if that is the case and it is a Brave Fest Ichigo banner with these characters, that would be a kind of decent banner because Aaroniero is still good. Retsu, Haribo, and also Orihime are still somewhat newish. So it would be a decent banner to say the least. Keep in mind, once more, the Brave Fest isn't confirmed for Ichigo, but that is bound to happen. Keep that in mind. Either way, though, this bottom row of fillers are just going to appear in a random assortment of banners. It could be a Brave Fest, it could be in some mid-month fillers, it could be another Brave selection, or maybe it could be fillers for the upcoming mid-month individual banners. We have no idea until the announcement does happen. Either way, though, the main thing to take away from this video is that Round 3 of 1000 Year Blood War is going to be returning. Round 1 and 2 of Spirits After Overview is going to be returning. We are going to be getting a few swimsuit characters returning this month. Maybe with Mila Rose, Ruroka, and also Rangiku. And if anything, Quincy Ichigo might be getting a Brave Fest. And if you are someone that potentially wants to summon on those banners, of course, now is a good time to start saving orbs. Either way, though, that was the video for today. Hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and peace.